the Odepro hunting light. Now, this has been a long time coming. I got sent to this by a guy in China to do a review on, and it was a bit of a problem because as the lead up to Christmas, there was just fireworks going off everywhere, and as you can imagine, that kind of like put off the rabbits somewhat. And since then, there just hasn't been much about. But enough time's gone on now where I've certainly at least been out with it, so I can give you a bit of a sort of honest review. So yeah, here it is. Let's get this on the table and let's have a closer look. So this is how it comes out of the box. Obviously you've got the torch itself. Fairly standard anodised aluminium torch, like you might get from Through Night and people like that. Now, I've got a battery in it, and the way it works is with the different modes. It's a little bit confusing, but I think you basically sort of tap the button here to change the mode, and then when you put it on, it will stay on that mode. So if I just tap it once, when I turn it on, you can see that's like a low light function. And if I tap it again, it'll do the strobe. If I tap it again, it's doing like a sort of SOS signal. And I tap it again. I think I missed that. It was there you go. That's the normal beam. But as I said, chances are you're probably not going to use it for that. Not if you're hunting. And that's actually to its detriment to a certain extent, because I find that really annoying. Because if I'm out lamping, I don't want to suddenly strobe everyone. And as you can see, it's a little bit fiddly. But anyway, that's just a minor criticism. If you undo it here, the switch comes off and the battery comes out. That's a 3000 milliamp battery. I don't know how well you can see that, which is rechargeable. So that's good, and it comes with two of those. It's got an O-ring on here as well, and it also comes with this, if you want to use it. So this obviously replaces that. And then that means you can use it as a pressure switch, as you can see here. I think, yeah, with that, yeah, it's a bit fiddly. But yeah, you can, you know, I think you have to hold it down to use it. And it comes with, you know, like a sticky thing, a Velcro thing, so you can stick it to your rifle. I know I personally didn't bother with that, but yeah, you might find that useful. I know a lot of people do. So yeah, that's handy. And then you can remove the lens itself. So if you undo this bit here, and then you undo this bit, that's the LED. And you can see it says white, so that's the white one. But it also comes with lots of different ones. So this one's green, and it also comes with, I'll get the top one properly, it comes with a, I think that's, yeah, I think this is the standard one. That's why it's not labelled, that's what it's normally got on it, and that's the red. Which is, it's up to you really, to be honest, you have to experiment. And then this one, I won't bother getting it out, but that's the infrared. So obviously that's useful if you've got like a phone attachment to your scope, because your phone will be able to see that, as though your eyes can't. So that's good for sort of a night vision setup, if that's what you want. In terms of the red and the green, I've had mixed results, to be honest. A lot of people swear by them, because saying that, you know, the animals can't see it and so on, but to be honest, the red really freaked out the rabbits for me, so I'm not sure how much I would trust that. In fact, you can probably see on your screen right now the rabbit running away. Actually, no, that was with the white light, to be fair. But I did have them running away with the red light. I might have some footage of that, I'll have to sort of see. But you can see, so you've got the pressure switch and the torch. It comes with a battery that's in it, and then it's another spare. And then you've got a charger here, which you can just plug into the mains to charge it up, which is always handy. You don't have to be replacing those things. And in terms of attaching it to your rifle, you've just got this simple clamp, basically. I mean, this will go onto your scope tube, and then that goes onto the torch. Just tighten it up. Job's a good one. But if you want to be a bit more tactical, it does come with a Picatinny rail mount. Now, the X-Sight, is it, I'm looking at buying, that scope with the camera in, that has a Picatinny rail on the side, and it does have night vision, so this would be a good complement. My only criticism would be, is in terms of the range, and I'll overlay some footage of me using this out in the field, but, you know, it's a funny one because I didn't get any footage of killing anything, but that's mostly because I was going for rabbits with it. I did see the odd fox, but frankly, you know, the sort of range you're seeing foxes at is like 200 yards plus, and this torch is really going to struggle with that, if I'm honest. I would pretty much keep this for, yeah, in terms of a really clear shot, about 50-60 yards or less. So it's ideal for air rifles or for 2.2 rimfire, basically, or, you know, or for a 2.43 if you want, if you're going to shoot something really close up. But as yeah, many of you guys will know, if you're shooting foxes with a lamp, unless you can call them in, then often, you know, you're going to be shooting them a bit further away than that, to be honest. But certainly for what it's intended for, it's been really, really good. And you get a lot in the box, and so for 70 quid, I can't really complain. So what do I think? Well, as I kind of pointed out, really, the one disadvantage with this is just the fact that it's, you know, beyond 50-60 yards, you're going to struggle. Out to 100, you could use it. I mean, you can see stuff, but, you know, you're going to struggle with the clarity. I suppose if you've got a big objective lens, like a 50mm, then that might come into its own a bit more. But certainly with my scope, you know, it wasn't ideal. You know, you could do it, but really, I'd say 50-60 yards. So this makes this ideal for shooting rabbits, basically, using probably a 2.2 long rifle, or maybe an air gun, or, you know, whatever, if you're shooting 50-60 yards, basically. But, you know, it's made of aircraft grade aluminium, for, you know, for what value that is, which means it's very strong. It's waterproof, it's got nice O-rings in it. It comes with the rechargeable decent batteries in it, which is always useful, and of course it comes with the 4 LEDs. So you've got white, green, red, and infrared, which opens up the doors for night vision and so on and so forth. So really, it's a great package, and I'm genuinely not saying this just because I got sent it, although so you could say, you know, whatever. But you know, I genuinely will be using this, and the only reason I haven't really had much luck with it wasn't the fault of the light. It was really just, as I said, fireworks going off and not being many rabbits around. But I'm pretty sure as I get close towards the spring, this is going to really come into its own. Which reminds me, of course, if you donate to me on Patreon, when that fund gets up to about £700, 700-ish, then I'll be buying the ATN X-Sight, which means I'll really be able to start doing some decent filming with the 243, and then obviously night vision with the 243. I might need something a bit more powerful than this, if I'm honest, for reaching out with it. But certainly, close range, I can clamp this to the ATN scope and film some night vision, and yeah, maybe knock down a few foxes if I can call them in close enough. Or I could certainly make a few rabbits explode, so that'll always be entertaining. So, keep watching, and there'll be some lamping to come.